come.
Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
Boy, it's sometime, isn't it? Boy, I already showed my hand. Hey, everybody, welcome here. It is Sunday evening. This is, we're gonna do a little chat and chill. And something else that, got me today. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Cool Gamer, how are you doing? I hope everybody had a good weekend. I can't believe it's Sunday night. That time change has completely messed me up. You know what else messed me up is I had that stupid football game deal. You guys know I'm a alumni at the University of Tennessee, all that good stuff. And we had Memento Mori. How are you doing? Crafting Emily, awesome. Glad to see you guys here. Anyway, so we had this alumni event we had to do, and it was a watch party. It was outside, and it rained. Now, it didn't rain bad. We had tents and stuff. Hey, Miami Spice. I hope you are doing well. I see. Look at this, guys. Miami Spice has a new family member. There's a hint in the emojis. White Rabbit. I never know if she's going to show up or not. Anyway, so we had this event, and it started to rain. So we're underneath these tents, watching the game. And it's like, okay, it's fine. Doesn't bother me. And then I'm kind of like on the edge of the tent. Don't really think anything about it. Not looking up because, I don't look up a lot. You don't look above your head when you're outside. And the wind kicked up and the tent lifted a little bit. And when it did, it was like a bucket of water came crashing down on my head. I mean, right in the middle of my head. It splashed, got all over the White Rabbit too, but it hit her like on her right side. I don't think she got any in her hair. Like that wasn't wet. My head was soaked. Like I just got out of the swimming pool. And I'm like, it's cold now. I'm wet. I'm miserable. I haven't been happy since then. We're going on 26 hours and I still am not not over that. I'm so upset. It was like if you win the championship game, you see the players, they dump the Gatorade on the coach. Well, you know what the difference is there? That's fine because they won. I didn't win. I was full of losing. It was horrible. It was miserable. So anyway, I come back and I got on my original platform of wonderment and debauchery, Twitter. And you guys know, I got my start hanging out on Twitter, right? We got a lot of stuff's getting ready to come up, but one of the things I was like, I don't. Hey Ash, how are you doing? It's like to be a woman. Out in the rain and your hair wet. Yeah, it was not fun. Hey Rabbit, how are you? So it was so miserable. I was so misery. I mean, I went back to the car and I had a blanket. And I wrapped that blanket. I mean, you talk about know what it's like to be a woman, Ash. I looked like I was a little crybaby bitch. I really was. I mean, I was out there. I was wrapped up in a blanket. I got a hat out of my car. And so I put a hat on and a blanket. And I had to look miserable. I looked like Charlie Brown. I mean, it was the storm cloud had followed me. It was misery. It was awful. Harper won't go poop in the rain. I don't blame him. I won't go poop either. Oh, speaking of poop in the rain. So, we're loading up, okay, and we're putting up stuff, because we had rented a pavilion, and we're putting the things up, and, quite a few hobos come out at night. And I'm like, where are they during the day? Right? And this guy, he comes up and he comes walking through. Now there's 8 of us, but there's also a small child, like little girl who just learned how to walk type of small child. And they're all there, and I see this hobo out of the corner of my eye. He's kind of like walking, like he's gonna like walk through where all of us are standing, and he reaches into his pocket, and I'm like, what's he reaching for? You know? And I'm like, now I don't think that he's playing pool. I think like, is there like a knife or something, a firearm maybe? My antennas, my radar, my spidey sense is tingling. And I see this guy, and I'm like, hmm. So he goes walking through us, and everybody just kind of ignores him being there, except for me. And I'm kind of, watching him out of the side of my. He goes over, and there's this right like this pavilion, and there's a parking lot right there, right? You can park right up at the pavilion. And he goes over and he sits down on a curb at a parking spot. And as he goes to sit down, he pulls down his britches. And I'm sitting there, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, I turn around and I say to the woman with the kid, I go, start walking that way. Let's just walk this way right now. And I started walking next to the kids, like if the kid looked over, hopefully it would just see like my knees, right? It would not be like, "Mommy, why is that guy over there with no pants on?" And it wasn't like Harper who won't poop in the rain. This guy wasn't pooping. He was just there to like show off what it's like underneath his pants, I think. And it was not fun. So I'm soaking wet, and I see some dude drop his trowel, some hobo guy. And yeah, I haven't recovered over all this. I need a lot of help over this. So anyway, I'm on Twitter. And so I'm like, of course, I hit my feed on YouTube, and my YouTube is all about this Delphi stuff. And guys, I don't know what the Delphi stuff is. Miami Spice, yes, it was an oh my, it was actually, if you imagine like this dude with longer hair and really dirty looking.
Oh my.
That's kind of what the hobo guy looked like. But anyway, my favorite story attributed to Eisenstein, who knows if it's real. He was walking down the road when it was raining. Someone asked if he wanted an umbrella. He said, "No, it's just rain. It'll dry." Yeah, but you know what? When you're cold, dude, it's not FNL. Dragon Man, what's up? The Crafting Emily's guy, right? It is not FNL. So anyway, let's just go on to this. So Delphi has been going on in my recommendations, and I know you guys have talked about it and asking like, what's if I was going to do anything of it. And it's funny because I started, what's his name? Cinema Shogun is showing up in my feeds about this, and I'm listening to his stuff, and I'm like, this guy, this sounds familiar. This sounds familiar because he said like, he's like, okay guys, like I'm reading this for the first time with you. I was like, what? I'm like, dude, like I need to be watching this guy, or like, that would be the panel we need to have. But anyway, and what did he say? He did another one, and I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, dude, what was it? Well, anyway, I'm just like, I'm sitting here going, my gosh, the algorithm now is matching me up with people that are saying stuff, that we say things that are alike. The algorithm is getting very smart. Let me tell you what, it's only long before they realize, the algorithm's already self-aware. I think that's the problem. If you know what I mean by that, then you understand. So, look, I don't know a lot about this Delphi stuff. I wish I could find the who I listened to the other day. They had done months ago. They had done the transcripts for is it what's the guy's name? Keither, whatever. The weirdo pedo that was like stalking chicks on Snapchat and all that stuff. What's that guy's name? Yeah, somebody's wet. There's a hobo. Yeah, in the rain, and when we're putting up stuff, a hobo came walking through, and he sat down, and somehow his pants just magically fell. Klein, thank you, Listern. Gosh, Listern, I swear, I can't make it through a chat without you. Have you noticed that? Keegan Klein, yes, Listern's great. Oh my gosh, I love Listern. Um, so yeah, Keegan Klein. I'll probably ask this again later. Somebody did a video on him, and what's funny about it is when I told the White Rabbit, I said, "Look, there's 200 pages of this video transcript where this guy got arrested, and they're doing all this stuff, asking him all these questions." And White Rabbit said, and I said, I could read that. I was like, that'd be a hell of a stream. It'd be several hours long. And I was like, but when we get into these true crime things, I mean, some of these streams, man, people love this, and you guys bring out so much great information that it's, uh, you know what? I really can't help but begin to think that some of this stuff is beneficial. So, and again, I want to thank you guys. Let's hear. Listener, I'm a mind reader. I can read some people's minds before they think something. Mostly my mom, though. Well, listener, you just I'll tell you, you type what I need to be saying, and that works the same way to me. Um, I like Dragon Man. Hey, Miss Rabbit. I like that. Grizzly True Crimes has all the info. Yeah, I started to watch some Grizzly today, and it was like a 2 hour stream. I was like, ah. I was like, you want to know what the truth is, Rabbit? I knew that if I came on here and started asking some questions, that this chat is better than anything Grizzly would have. And so, if you guys remember, I did a video on Kylie Rodney, and it was like a timeline of events thing, and we worked all that through. And I really liked that, but I knew about Kylie Rodney. Like that was an active case. This is 5 years of information, and I saw a guy on YouTube, and he was like, he's a blue check mark. So, and he had not paid his $8 to be a blue check mark. But anyway, he had on there that it was what was it? Like he'd written for the Rolling Stone and other periodicals and stuff. And it was like, where's a good place to go to find information about the Delphi murder? Because everything I find is jumping to conclusions and excitement and what people want to believe is happening. And I was like, son of a gun. I was like, this is like, I remember, uh, I'm running out of words. I'm tired. When I started doing this, I did because of Kylie Rodney stuff, because that was a daily news thing, right? And Kylie, one of the things that got me involved in it is I took, I've got a background in law, right? And, I'm sitting here going, this is not gonna, none of this stuff is evidence. This is just all feelings and hearsay. And what they're doing, the only crimes here are like when you're out there in a bullhorn, you're disturbing the peace. Okay? I mean, these people are innocent. The neighbors are innocent. The parents are innocent. I hate to tell you this, but Brian Laundrie was innocent. He died innocent. And I'm Cher from the 90s. I'm clueless. What is it? Crafting Emily. All Snapchat is used for today is to send nude pictures. Really, crafting? Would you like to talk more about that? Yeah, the documents are sealed. So this is the thing that what I got on was a lot of people don't use Reddit for some of this stuff, and I realized there's a couple things I'd like to do, and I need y'all to help me because I get distracted and I don't stay focused. But if we use things like Reddit and Facebook and all these different uh, social media platforms that I'm not a Facebook person. Yeah, there is an expert Facebook account, but I'm not usually over there. Okay. I like Reddit. I like Twitter, and I like YouTube. Those are the ones I'm really on. If you guys are using other ones that you find like true crime stuff on, let's make this like a depository. Or if you're a member and you're over in uh, the Discord, put it over there, and we'll start building our own case. We'll have our own file, and we'll be able to go back. And what I want to do is I want to start for the first time do the Hollywood Squares, the quote unquote panels, which I hate the name panel. You guys know that it's a pet peeve, and I don't have anything better to call it. But I want to start doing maybe do a few of those. I was on with Darkness Exposed the other day, uh, and some of these panels that people have had for true crime stuff, they're very informative. Sometimes they're just people making up stuff. So I would like to have, if we could get our stuff going, you guys know we can do it. It's all the facts, the facts, the facts are the three things we look for. And expert squares. Um, anyway, I don't know. All this is going to be, it's a big deal. It's just all a really, I say a big deal. It's going to be huge in the media and stuff. And what's funny is I guess this is what got me on Twitter. Regular media people don't know what's going on. We're back to that Eliza Fletcher, and I see that now after seeing how we handled Eliza Fletcher. I can see that we are ahead of the media, and we haven't even started anything yet. I say we. It's our new social medium that we have. And so I would like for it. Oh my gosh, Mountain Girl! Oh my gosh, I don't want to talk about anything else. Haven't watched any YouTube in a long time. Your notification popped up. I hit it and said hi. Much love to you. Oh my gosh, Mountain Girl. Mountain Girl, I have missed you so much. Ask anybody. I'm mopey. I am mopey. Oh my gosh, I've never been so happy to have Mountain Girl here. Mountain Girl, are you look at this? Miami Spice, Crafting Emily's missing you. Miami Spice. We gotta have you. I mean the look at that. I'm gonna snapshot that. The world is not straight without Mountain Girl. Um, oh my gosh, look at this. Rock this girl 311. Eek me too. Mopey, we miss you, Mountain Girl. Oh my gosh, drop a link. I'll come on for a few. Yeah. Let's see here. How'd I do that? It's been a long since I've a long. Yeah, that works. That's a word. All right, let me see here. How to do this over here. Mountain Girl, I haven't gotten any better at doing YouTube. All right, guys, this is a link for Mountain Girl, and nobody else is allowed on because I get her all to myself. Hang on a second here. I'm going to lock the door so White Rabbit can't bother me. I'm kidding. All right, did you get it? Did I put it up there? No, probably not. All right, where is it? Why is it not going up? Oh, there it is. All right, Mountain Girl, it is pinned at the top. Oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing. This is a Sunday miracle. This is so awesome. Um, just made me do, that just made me do a happy dance. Happy Sunday to all. Rock this girl through on one. That is awesome. Okay, I always say how much I love avatars, but I have to say I love your name. I love the musical notes on there. It's very easy to pick up. Oh, of course I gotta pay attention. Mountain Girl, how are you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Oh my gosh, you are. I'm so honored.
Oh
I
my
have
God.
missed you so much.
So I'm sitting here and I thought I turned off all notifications like for
Hmm.
YouTube. And so I'm sitting here and I'm like, and I see like a YouTube icon up at the top screen, and I just like went to like pull it down and, like remove it. And I'm like, expert. So I I hit it and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, it seems so weird to hear YouTube because I have not like listened to YouTube or like followed anything in I don't even know how long. So
Too long. Too
yeah,
long. Like I
so
have put community posts up saying I miss Mountain Girl.
I haven't even been on, and I feel so bad because like I haven't checked emails, I haven't done anything. I've just been like super busy. And so when you drop the link, then I started laughing because I'm like, fuck, I'm like, my damn face don't even like my icon don't even show up. I'm like, do I still have an account? I don't know what I'm doing, but I was like, oh my gosh. And then my peeps are like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm like expert zone. I'm like, I'm gonna go say hi. Like, what? Like, yeah. So
That is
no, it's so good like to take a break, but of course, like, there's selective few that, I miss. And it was so funny because I'm like, I know he's gonna shit his pants like
oh
when I
yeah.
play.
Oh my gosh, like this is like the greatest honor I've ever had. I mean, like you are. Well, I mean, you're okay. Listen to me. I'm stuttering. Like let me tell you what. I haven't had a girl make me stutter in a long time, and I am stuttering right now because I can't. I'm well. One, I'm honored. I'm honored that you're here.
It's like
I've
Christmas time when the Hallmark movies come on, like the favorite.
yes,
You
yes.
wait for a long time and you're like, holy shit, it's on.
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh.
And I
And
feel so bad because I haven't even been like on my channel, like responding to, comments or anything. But I know like I sent a lot of people here. So, they might be in here and stuff. I'm not like looking at chat or anything, but um I'm, me, I'm can't like multitask very well.
well,
Plus I got a
it's
cold,
killing
so
me
I
because
sound like
I'm
shit.
looking at chat, but in chat you guys will have to forgive me. Well, you guys know I'm always bad about keeping up with chat, but I cannot share my time with Mountain Girl with anybody else right now. I have to know everything, and the main thing is I want to know. It's wonderful to hear your beautiful laugh. You
Thanks.
sound happy, and I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm not gonna lie, like I missed the hell out of, like doing stories and, all of the good people and stuff here and
Hmm.
everything. But it has. It's been nice to just have a new focus and not, just be so mindset like on these cases and stuff. And I mean, I don't know. It's just the fucked up world we lived in where, it's like, oh, you get people who they agree, they disagree, and you get normal people, crazy people, and I'm like, I have to find a new outlet. So
Yes.
that's what I've been doing. What's really crazy. So I wanted to share this with you first. So I'm like, God, like what can I do to still like help people and like connect and stuff? So I am going to be starting a new series of like kickboxing online courses and stuff to like help like teach people like, who want to lose weight and who want to do kickboxing and just I don't know, just some different stuff.
As long as I don't have to be on camera, sign me up.
Okay. You got it.
Hey, speaking
So
of camera, did you see the Halloween? Have you gone back and seen the Halloween show?
I haven't, no, I haven't literally, I've not, I
The
haven't
White
been
Rabbit and I
on
came on
YouTube.
camera.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
I have not been on. Now, like every now and then, if I get like a lot of notifications, up at the top, sometime I'll, like accidentally like click it instead of swiping it. So it'll, like pop me on to,
Hmm.
like whatever I clicked on. But I just honestly, it's like, God, it's like a breath of fresh
Vacation.
air. Yeah, it's like I've learned so much about, okay, further things I want to do. I mean, I thought, okay, I love doing the things that I did, but now I'm like, man, I've got a bucket list that's 3 times that size now.
Mhm.
I'm I am just I'm all over the place, but I was like, oh my God. So when I clicked on yours and it, automatically went live, I was like, I have to comment. So then I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna shit his pants when he sees green hearts.
Oh yeah. Oh, hey, hang on a second. There's an echo.
Oh, on me?
Yeah, I think so. Because I hear myself.
Uh-oh. Oh wait, so should I mute when you talk?
Um.
No. It might
Oh,
be me though, because I've got like really crappy range, like where I'm located right
yeah.
now.
Just
And
yeah. Mute when I talk.
okay, I'm gonna mute. You talk.
Well, okay. So this is weird, but we'll make it work. So Mountain Girl, I'm so glad you're here. So glad, happy to know you sound wonderful. I mean, you absolutely sound wonderful. And then your new series on like personal health and stuff. I know that's so important to you. Uh, by the way, I've already made the mistake of telling people I was taking a shower the other day. This is like a month ago or so. I'm like, yeah, I was in the shower the other day and I was thinking about Mountain Girl. And I was like, whoa, that's not what I meant. That's what I meant. I mean, because it was a cold shower and it was the ice bath. Yeah, everybody caught me on that one. But it's oh look, everybody's now they're asking about what's your handle. Let's see here. Wait, hold on. Who's on? Rubia said, "Are you on TikTok?"
No, so here's the thing. So with TikTok, I don't know, like several months ago, when I was still covering cases and stuff and everything, um, I had a friend who, she's like, hey, you should do a TikTok. And it was literally for shits and giggles. And I didn't announce it like on YouTube, like what the name of it was or anything like that. And literally, like it went freaking crazy. Like we are talking followers up the yin yang, like couldn't keep up. And I'm like, this shit's for the birds. I cannot keep up with it. So I left it in her hands. I'm like, I'm too busy. I said, I don't do I don't do any social media anymore. I don't do emails. I just don't do anything. And I feel so bad because I know there's so many people who, have left kind comments and, and it's just too much for me to keep up with because I feel like if I start, responding or, getting on and reading them, then it's going to just kind of like suck me back into where I'm like, oh, like I miss it. I want to be back here.
Mhm.
And, I just won't like allow myself to like go through that stuff again because I mean it shouldn't be crazy, but I've seriously witnessed just like how crazy it is. And I'm like, it's not worth it. But I'm like, oh, it's like expert, white rabbit, Soli, Volstorm. I'm like, man, I'm like, I really miss those peeps. And of course, up church, and I have not. And that's what kills me. I've not even, seen like what he's up to or, pretty much
Oh my
anybody.
gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've not been on like, for a hot minute. Like I said, it's too hard to because it's so easy to get wrapped up and consumed into it again. And it's like, my God, I'm like, I don't have the time. So I'm just trying to focus and, but here we are.
Well, it sounds like an old man with a DeLorean showed up one day and said, "Hey, we need to go back and change some things for you to." I mean, because you sound like pre-YouTube type world, which is it's weird to think about. Like when you started talking about like things you haven't kept up with, it's like, yeah, you do get kind of wrapped up in that. And let me tell you, I mean, for me, like today, again, and this has happened a lot lately, but I've got a lot of stress and stuff, which doesn't matter. But I'm like, God, I don't really feel like streaming, and which is weird for me to say that. And then you pop in and I mean, God, I'm so excited. Like I probably won't sleep tonight now. And
You know what? When you feel that, so here's my advice on that because see that's whenever you I've been there before. Like when you, how do I say this? So, it gets consuming
Mhm.
and it does. It feels like you have a duty. It feels like you have a job, in some sort of a sense. But when you ever get that feeling to where it's like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. That is always like when I tell people, okay, that's the most important time to, just take a step back because the people who really, truly, support you and care about your channel and stuff, they're not going to go anywhere. They're going
Oh yeah.
to be respectful and stuff. And I mean, like my channel, I mean, the good ones, they've still stayed there. The shit fucks who, probably are just weird fucks, they've dropped off, which is fine. But, at the end of the day, I believe in that
Yeah.
breaks are good. It really lets you just have a clear sense of like what direction you want to go in, and you just come back so much better. But you have to, if you get in that mindset where you're like, okay, I don't want to stream today,
Mhm.
you don't even have to explain to people. Just be like, yo, bitches, I'm taking the day off, you know, and just go with it.
It's amazing how many people really do exactly like what you said, because I've had like, guys, like there's problems going on. I've had I was my mom. She's been sick, and I haven't been able to stream. And what's funny is I told you back then that there's one time when I was worn out. I was just had a very stressful day, and I sat down in the car and I saw that you were getting ready to go live, and it you just listening to you, because I don't know what it's beyond fandom. It's it's not a stalker. I mean, we do that. We talk a lot of stuff that you have to worry about stalkers, right?
Oh, yeah.
But it's no, it's a friendship, and I understand you, the way you talk, what you mean when you're saying it, and you make me feel good, and it's something that is a gift. And some people have that, and then you have on the flip side, and this is the side that wears you out about social media, is you just have the grifters that are there trying to just the I don't know, they're just trying to get their 15 minutes of fame nonstop,
Yeah,
and
there,
they'll put anybody
God,
down.
you know what is so crazy, like that you said that, is honestly like when you're off for a while and you're not thinking of all the stuff that's taking place, like on YouTube and cases and all this shit. You really like, even when I get notifications from other places that, like, I followed and stuff, I'm just sitting here and I'm like, oh my God, like, man, like people are still like on so many other cases still. It's like, what the hell do people really do with their life and their time? I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
But what I love and respect so much about you is because it's like, you don't just stay on one thing, you know, you're like myself to where you're like looking at other avenues. You are covering and discussing other topics and things. And I think that that is what pulls your crowd in and keeps their attention. And that's why it's healthy, with your channel, because you're not getting sucked into the drama. You're not here for, the wrong reasoning. So when you're here for the right reasoning, it flows a lot better. But I'm just one of the very selective few who has crazy fuckface stalkers who, for whatever reason, like me. And it's like, I don't get it. Oh, I get it, but I don't know. It's too much for me to wrap my head around.
Well, that's a part that people don't understand. It's I mean, I'm a small channel. I guess technically anything under 100,000 is supposed to be, to YouTube is small creator. But like I'm very small, and I have a very slow growth because I don't stick to that algorithm like what you're just talking about. And the problem, I mean, you see that algorithm and people, they get hungry for it and they can't stop. And so that's why there's people still talking about Summer Wells from, a year and a half ago. They're still talking about Kylie Rodney, and there's nothing that can be done there. There's just it's amazing how because people just they get caught in a trap. And now this is the dangers of YouTube, and this is what a lot of people always ask. Like if they want to start a channel or something else like that. And I'm like, look, you have to, you get into a rhythm, you get into an algorithm, and you got to stay there if you want to see growth. And what's funny is that I doubled the size of my channel with Ryan Upchurch, and so that completely screwed up the algorithm for me, and which is good. I mean, I don't mind, but it screws up with YouTube. And it's the funniest thing. So now there's new people in, and I never really know what type of content's going to get hit or anything else. And it's just, I don't know. It's funny. It's same. Nothing has changed since you've been gone. All this stuff.
Isn't that
It's so
crazy?
crazy.
Like, and that's the thing. It's like, fuck. I'm like, I'm gonna come if I come back, I'm like, nothing's going to change. People are still going to be, the same people. And what's sad is, I look at a lot of creators, I look at a lot of channels and think to myself, like, if so many would honestly just take a step back and take a break, from YouTube, even if it's like a day or a week. I mean, they don't realize like how much you learn about yourself and better yourself. And I mean, it's crazy, but you're right. People get thirsty for the numbers and stuff. And that was never the case for me. It
Yeah.
wasn't, because trust me, I could have rocked the shit out of the numbers. I could have fell into drama. I mean, I could have done a lot of things, but when you see that there's such a divided, um, I don't know how to even describe it. Everything's just so divided, it seems like. And I'm always a firm believer that there's more good than there is bad people.
Oh yeah.
But it's like the good people just don't shine in the right places on YouTube. And it gets frustrating because you're like, damn, you're here, heart and soul. You care about your subscribers, you care about these cases. And then you see like the douchebags, taking over and, doing great. And it's like, God, why even try? Why bother? It's not worth it, because for some people it is like a full-time gig and job, and it's like, this is not my fucking job. I don't care that much about it, people. um you know what I mean? Like it's really crazy. But every time football comes on, I'm thinking of you and Volstorm and White Rabbit. I'm like, Tennessee's playing. I'm like, I know they're happy as fuck.
Well, God, who we? Oh, Kentucky. So, we did on Halloween. We did Friday Night Live on the 29th, 28th. And that was so like a week ago, I guess, like 9 days ago now. And White Rabbit and I had a professional do makeup for us. And so we go in. We literally left the makeup artist, came home, and went on live. Then we go to sleep. It looks so good. I was like, I'm gonna go to the game like this. And White Rabbit's like, well, I mean, we're dressed as a couple, so if you do, I have to. We slept sitting up. And so you said you haven't seen the Halloween show. If you look at the screen,
I am gonna have to watch it. Oh
like
my
there we are.
God, how freaking cool. You know what? It's so cool and like awesome. But here's the crazy thing. It's like, okay, like I would have never like pictured like White Rabbit like that. You know how I pictured White Rabbit? I've always pictured White Rabbit as kind of like, and this is a compliment, but something on the lines of like when I listen to you guys, I always think of like, like the movie like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, St. Elmo's Fire, Friends. You know what I mean? Like, but no, you guys are so freaking adorable. I love this. You
Well,
guys should do this more.
well, this is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
And we had never seen the movie, so we had to watch it. Rabbit found the costumes. And then the next day, of course, Tennessee, um,
She
Judy
is
Crockett.
so freaking pretty. Like, look
Now,
at her.
that is a wig.
Yeah.
Clearly. But
oh my gosh, expert. Holy freaking cow. Like, okay. So I am totally seeing the freaking Joey in you.
uh-oh.
Oh my gosh. I see it. Yeah, off of Friends.
Yeah. Yeah, Joey from Friends is what I always got.
Yes.
How you doing?
Yes. Joey.
I don't know, but anyway, it was a blast. And so we're talking about doing it for Thanksgiving now. If you remember Divinity, she was the one that actually suggested we do a Halloween show back in like July. And so we had so much fun. We're talking about doing
her. Yes, I do. I remember her.
Yeah. So we're talking about like doing like a instead of Thanksgiving, it'll be a Friendsgiving. And and by the way, you are totally invited. I haven't sent any invites out, and I want you to know. I don't know if you want to do YouTube or anything else, but we would love having you. I'd love to have had you on Halloween, obviously. But we're going to do how we're going to put on makeup. And
I was Medusa.
Were you really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cool looking. Yeah, I had professional makeup done, professional hair and everything. It was pretty cool.
You're having too much fun off YouTube.
Not really, just
I need you to come back to YouTube and have less fun.
Shit, I tell you what, man, I wouldn't even know where to begin because I've not watched the news. I've not watched anything, literally. Like, I don't even know like what the hell is even happening in the streets of YouTube or the world. I know absolutely nothing. I just, go about my day and I just say, God, just pray that this crazy world gets better. But
yeah,
I don't know. So what's up with Upchurch? Is he like still doing cases or is he just pretty much sticking to like music and stuff? I've not even checked his channel lately.
Oh yeah, you got. Hang on a second, I got the echo back.
Oh.
Yeah, you got he's got like a whole new album, I think, out now. And I wish I knew how he was on cause he's got this one song, his last song, Miami Spice, over here. So, she's one of the mods, one of the angels. She is she was never a Ryan Upchurch fan or anything else. And this last song he did, it's was it Country Boy? I'm sure someone will put it in here in a second. But Savannah says that Ryan Upchurch is staying off of YouTube. He's doing videos, and that last song he's got on there, the girls are swooning over him. And I'm like, yes, he would love it.
That is freaking awesome. He has so much talent. And honestly, I mean, just you don't see people like him very often. And I have just honestly admired the hell out of that man. And when I think it was when he and his girlfriend were, moving into their new home, he was doing videos saying that they, did not currently have, internet and stuff. And I thought to myself, I'm like, good for them. Like, good for them. Like, he deserves to like just go off the grid and take a break and, focus on his music and stuff because he is literally kick ass. They don't make him like him anymore, honestly. When you look at music, like when it was good and, like iconic people, Like I think back like when Elvis, like Elvis days. And Upchurch reminds me of like one of those people that, you don't see every day. You don't hear that kind of a voice every day. So, yeah, I am. I'm gonna check out his stuff. I just literally, when I see the YouTube icon, like it just makes me cringe. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, ugh, I don't even want to see YouTube just because how many times have I been ran off for, you know, nothing, not even doing anything bad. And that becomes like, it messes with you. It's like, God, I should be allowed to be here. But, you know, crazy people ruin that and it sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that absolutely does suck. And I want you to know that you are 100%. You have a home here. And if you ever have like a topic or something like that, you want to rant about it, and you just want to kind of like keep it just your own little personal rant, give me a shout, and totally you're always welcome. And of course, yeah, got just the best mods. That's the reason why I call them angels, and they will make sure nothing happens to you.
there is like one case that is still driving me nuts. And that I'm just like, okay, this case is still driving me nuts. And I always get like these like vibes and stuff like, God, that is not all to it. And that's the Eliza Fletcher case. Like I don't know. I mean, my mind is like all over the place because I think the autopsy came back and said what, that it was a gunshot wound or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well that doesn't add up with it, in my opinion, it just doesn't add up because the vehicle, for him to be cleaning it out, the day that they found her or whatever, um, I don't know. I just don't buy that because at that point in time, there was already something that took place for him to clean his vehicle. So my thing would be, why would he go all the way to that location and, you know, where she was at? Like it's something, I don't know. It just seems like more to it. You know what I mean? Like almost like they didn't release all the details because of image or, but I don't think that was all that like went down.
Well,
But then again, I followed it. So,
we did the autopsy report, and we were blessed to have Rubia in the chat that day, because she has done a lot of medical malpractice and stuff. So she's like, I've read hundreds of these reports, and so like things where I was missing stuff,
oh,
or
nice.
didn't understand. Yeah, she was able. Oh, it was perfect. You couldn't have asked for a more perfect person to come in and talk. And she just sat in the chat just typing stuff out for us. And we were going over the whole thing, and I think if it him cleaning out the car, I think it goes back to, I think you and I had actually talked about this, was like he hit her hard in the middle of the street,
Right.
and
Yeah.
I think she was bleeding, and there was found what they find in her system, was it fentanyl they found in her? So it was like at the time.
Remember, I said, okay, what would he have done to be able to keep her in that
Mhm.
car? Because I said, she would have fought like hell. And I said, you wonder if he drugged her or something.
Yeah,
And so that could have been. So man, that guy, they should just like save tax dollars and just throw the key away on him.
well, you know that also that the TBI and came out like there he guys, I'm trying to think of the right terms, because you can't say things on YouTube. Um, but anyway, there's another woman that he had forced. And it was like 9 months beforehand, and they did the kit on her.
But look at how long that sat. You know what I mean? Like
9 months.
you're right. And I'm very surprised by that time frame. But what I'm even more surprised about is with the money that, the wealth of the family of Eliza, I'm really surprised that there's not like some sort of a big, like legal uproar taking place over that.
Yeah, it was. I think they're worth $3 billion. And this is, I mean, this is Tennessee. I mean, they have too much money as it is, and there's no excuse for the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation to say, "Oh, it's a funding problem or something." That's why we have all these kits sitting there that aren't being fixed. Eliza, she will never. I mean, she's just a really solid, good person from everything you saw. Even if she wasn't a good person, she presented herself well as like, she was a good mom. She was Sunday school, or not Sunday, but she was a teacher at a private Christian school,
Right. And even
which
if she was a bad person, like, I mean, like,
nobody
the
deserves
thing
this.
is, no, absolutely. Like, I mean, and what's crazy is just how, you have to stop and think, like, okay, if those would have been, properly looked at and handled and taken serious, like, would she still be here? And I mean, I'm sure, like that's probably a thought that her family has probably wondered and asked.
Well, he wouldn't have been. I mean, yeah, anything could have happened. She could have been hit by a meteorite. The guy should not be on the streets. And there's another woman that he attacked. He found her on a dating app. And there was questions when this happened. And actually, I think he later on said, or the woman he met on the dating app, she is now suing the city of Memphis. And in her complaint, she said that he or had stated that he had done this to lots of women. And so the question, yeah, how many has he attacked? And it shouldn't have happened. But yeah, Eliza Fletcher, I do like, that's one like I think about, and it'll be a random thought in the middle of the day. And I say a prayer for her family. Oh, we lost Mountain Girl. Well, while we've lost Mountain Girl, I do see here, Savannah. You've been the Quentin case. I would like to talk to you about that a little bit sometime. If you don't mind, yeah, send me an email at theexpert@email.com. And I am waiting now for Mountain Girl to see if she comes back. Oh, Ruby, here's what's funny. When you said more like thousands, I almost said Ruby has read thousands of these, but I was like, that is a number that people are not going to be able to comprehend. And like, I would hate to be wrong about that. And so I really did have that little split second thought. I was like, well, I know hundreds covers it. But yeah, I knew it was an unbelievable amount. The link, Mountain Girl, the link should be pinned at the top of the comments. Savannah, just send me an email, and because I don't even know if I'll cover Quentin, I'm still trying to get through Delphi, and we're trying to get Mountain Girl back up here. Let's see. Let me do this. Hold on, Mountain Girl. I'll send another one here. Mountain Girl. Where'd it go? How do I hit paste? Oh, there you are. Devices not connected, it says, Mountain Girl. I see your name, but it says devices not connected. To hell and back, I do not know if that what's going on there. If that it has on YouTube because everybody's about Delphi now. Mountain Girl, are you on mute or something? There you go.
Now is
Okay.
it?
Yeah, I'll let you on now.
I don't know what I did. I'm an idiot. I went to get a bottled water and I almost dropped the device. So I grabbed it. And when I did it, I'm like, what the hell did I do? So then I went to the back page and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, it's not like showing it live. So I had to come back on.
Hey, StreamYards is very forgiving. Hey, I don't hear myself now. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
much
Well,
better. Whatever you're doing, it's great.
see, that may be why, like, I don't have an icon or anything because I canceled my StreamYard thing. They were like, "Are you sure you want to cancel?" I'm like, "That's what the fuck I said, isn't it?"
Oh wow. I can't believe that.
I'm like, I
Um,
canceled it.
do you will you ever come back to YouTube?
I don't
I mean,
know.
I know besides like doing like the other stuff you were talking about earlier, will you ever come back in the form you were in?
I honestly, so like, here's where I'm at with it. I think I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait and probably for I don't know, might wait until 2024, see how things go.
That's like 5 years from now.
No, we're going into 2023.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that might be. That's like who knows? That's like 100 years or something.
I just
No.
it's what it is, honestly, is like I said, it burnt me out whenever, just crazy, like pathological nutcases who, clearly want good people out will stop
Yeah.
at nothing. And it's like, I'm not going to live my life like that. It's not
Yeah.
worth it. These cases, sure, I care about them, but at the end of the day, my one little voice is not going to do a damn thing. And, I see a lot of people get hurt like on YouTube, like, just how people treat people and stuff. And it's like, God, it's not okay. Um, I just see too many of the bad people who are not here for the right reason
Mhm.
get treated like loyalty and freaking, suck people in. And it's like, that's not what it should be about. Um, so I don't know. And to be honest with you, you sleep so much better, like not even hearing about cases or,
Yeah.
like it's been great. Like I don't even know what fucking topics are out there right now. Like honestly, like I work out, start running and, um, just trying to not like think about
Mhm.
YouTube because when I look and I see that, like, oh my God, like these people do not take a break.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that cannot be healthy, literally.
Um, two things. One is that on YouTube, like these cases and everything else, I forget who I was talking to, and I was said one time it was like, I can't see a girl running by herself without thinking about like Eliza Fletcher. It's like, it's what was another one? I didn't even know the Honda CRV was a car until Kylie Rodney, and now I see them everywhere. And I was like, when you do
Right.
this stuff, yeah, you get obsessed. Not upset. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's weird how you just, it's you change without realizing it. And
Right.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
you think of things like constantly, like like when you see a vehicle or just a number of factors, and I think that with like Eliza's case, that really did it shook a lot of women. I can honestly tell you that that case is one that shook me to the core and
yeah,
probably got to me more than any other case because of the fact of knowing that, she was out doing something that I'm very passionate about. And, it was a huge eye opener. And that was kind of one of my first steps of like realizing like, okay, I do need to kind of like slowly take a break and, really like focus
Mhm.
because we allow ourselves sometimes to just get too comfortable in our comfort zones.
Mhm.
And sometimes we think we're being smart and super safe and stuff. And then, clearly we're not.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, like, now I am just, I don't know, I am just in such a different vibe, like with myself. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but I'm happy,
Well,
you
you have a
know?
different energy.
Yeah, I do.
Um, Now, one thing I do want to tell you, and I realize that this is kind of leads on to something else, is that um, that saddens me to think that you won't be there because again, it's so much more than just a fandom. I just really dig you, and you always said the things like you like being over here, reminded you of being in college, hanging out at the bar with your buds,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I
Yes.
realize that is I didn't need to explain it any other way. You nailed it, and I miss that, and I miss having you. I don't miss your content, but I don't miss you talking about true crime. I miss having you and hearing you on YouTube. And I don't care what you talked about, I would tune in. So when you talk about like all your followers and everything, I think there's a lot of others like me that if you just come on and you have to look at it as like it's therapy for you to talk. Yeah, I mean, at least for me. I mean, I sometimes I don't realize it, and then I get on, I start talking, and like tonight, like I said, I didn't feel like streaming tonight, but right now, like I will not sleep. Like tonight, I am so, and tomorrow's a very bad day. I already know this. It's a planned out day. It's gonna suck, and like I am so excited right now that I could take on the world. I'm just like, bring it on. Like Mountain Girl's back. I talked to her. She gives me energy. You give me confidence. And I love that. And I love you for that and appreciate that. And I know this is very selfish when I say this, but I want you back because it's like listening to your favorite radio station or watching your favorite show. You get to know those characters. You get to hear that broadcaster, and it's you know them better than you know a lot of people. uh and so I just want you back. And I know it's very selfish, but you sound happy and you sound great. I don't want you doing true crime. Like if you have something you want true crime to talk about, tell me, I'll talk about it. But I want you, I mean, you talk about your favorite color and I'll be listening.
I probably actually, so I'll definitely probably like pop on like on the holidays like coming up and stuff. Just because like I said, there's been a lot of really good people who have not like stopped supporting stuff. And I'm like, God, like what will I talk about? Because I just don't want to talk about true crime or anything. So I'll probably do like a personal live on Thanksgiving and then on Christmas. I don't know. I'm just I'm just happy like not dealing with like the negativity or
Yeah.
the level of crazy. Like, I mean, when when you deal with a level of crazy, like it's a lot to wrap your head around. But I don't know. I miss a lot of really good people. So yeah, I'm sure there'll be a couple surprises coming up, like for the holidays. I might have something up my sleeve and do something, but I that's so funny that you guys said Halloween because I was thinking of that. I'm like, man, I'm like, this is really freaking cool. I'm like, I had to like pop up and like say hi, but I'm like, yeah, people might be freaked out.
No, no, it's well, okay. Real quick, you mentioned about Thanksgiving and Christmas. We want to do and we still don't know how we're going to do it. We haven't figured it out. Like a Friendsgiving, and because like the Halloween thing, it was a full screen. Was it
Right.
10 people?
Is
And
checking conviction still around? I've not even been over there to like say hi or anything.
yes, checking
Okay.
had to take a vacation from Tubes because she had like an emergency foster kid thing. I don't know. I
Oh,
haven't had a chance to talk to her about it,
yeah.
but she just like this last week came in and was like, hey guys, want to tell everybody I love y'all and stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, because we were talking about checking over on Discord, and y'all just come hang out on Discord. But what's the other thing? Yeah, checking, she is fun, and I love checking. Oh my gosh, I love her so
Yeah,
much.
I do. I
But
like her a lot.
the other thing is like, you know, Christmas coming up, and I want to do a reading of Twas the Night Before Christmas and have like a whole, we're gonna have a whole thing for that too. I think it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have some fun stuff, and that's what it needs to be. We need fun tube, and I have fun tube when I have Mountain Girl.
I am sure that I will stop by like when you do that on Thanksgiving and on Christmas. I'll probably just do like a quick live like for all my peeps and check in with everybody. But yeah, I'm down.
Well, like I said, I need you back on. I'll never forget. I was in that parking lot. You said something about you're like, hey, if you don't like this content, this is my was it my
It's my
playground?
playground. Yep,
Yes, yes.
my playground. Yeah, or the people who like would think like that, oh, she just like reads content or sells content. I'm like, no, bitch, I bring the content. Like, it's my playground. Yeah, people are just it's a quacky world. But yeah, I miss the good people.
Well, we all miss you, and uh,
I know a lot of your new people are probably like, who the fuck is this woman? Like, why do
they'll
you
all
like
find
her?
out soon. They'll all find out soon. Well, hey, listen, because I know that you have a normal life.
Yeah,
Could you hang on for a second, and I'll go ahead and wrap stuff up, and I want to say, talk to you for like 1 minute afterwards. Is that cool?
yeah, yep, cool
Okay,
deal.
awesome. Everybody, this is Mountain Girl 212, and I just subscribe to her. Make her know that there is love out there, and hopefully uh she'll get that drive back. She needs that. We were gonna give her. I feel like I'm I'm trying to peddle drugs to get you addicted because I need you back. Oh,
He's
that's
a car
awful. That was a horrible
salesman.
analogy too for true crime, wasn't it? Oh, geez. Anyway, well, listen, guys, thanks for coming in, and everybody, thank you for. I'm sorry, Chad, that I've been ignoring you, but I do. Mountain Girl takes precedence for me. I'm sorry, guys. Now you know the pecking order. It's Mountain Girl and everybody else, guys. But I'm not going to do the normal outro because I need to talk to Mountain Girl real quick. But I love you guys, and thanks for coming by. And Mountain Girl, this is my favorite show I've had, man. I'm smiling ear from ear right now.
I love it.
Anyway, love you guys. Good night, everybody. Godspeed. Be safe.